This spring the U.S. Air Force staged a small number of F-22 stealth fighters to an outlying airfield in Alaska. Now the service has sent F-16 fighters even farther afield, to a dangerous little base right next to Russia. As part of a so-called Agile Combat Employment exercise, the F-22s from Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in Anchorage, the Pentagon's main Alaska base, flew out of King Salmon Airport on a temporary basis back in May. The exercise was rehearsal for full-scale war with Russia. The Air Force anticipates that, in wartime, the Russians might attack the service's big bases with ballistic and cruise missiles. By spreading out its warplanes across a larger number of smaller airstrips, the flying branch might ensure at least some planes survive the bombardment and can fight back. King Salmon, lying just 300 miles southwest of Elmendorf-Richardson, represents an easy test of this dispersal strategy. The Air Force recently stepped up its Agile Combat Employment practice when it sent at least 2 F-16s from the 18th Aggressor Squadron, based at Eareckson Air Force Base near Fairbanks, to Eareckson Air Station on Shemya Island. The 6-square-mile island lies just 200 miles from the Russian coast. No other U.S. airfield that isn't an aircraft carrier can put fighters so close to Russia. American Aerospace Defense Command on Wednesday posted photos of the missile-armed F-16s on Eareckson's short runway. To the outer limits and back, NORAD crowed, calling Shemya one of North America's most distant and strategic outposts. Shemya is located near the western end of the Aleutian Island chain, 1,250 miles from Anchorage. During the Cold War, fighters from Elmendorf, F-102s, then F-4s and, later, F-15s, leapfrogged across 3 main forward operating bases at Galena, King Salmon and Eareckson. Only King Salmon still routinely supports fighters. Eareckson's own routine fighter mission ended in the early 1990s, but the facility continues to support a powerful Cobra Dane early warning radar. Fighters staging from Eareckson were in an ideal position to intercept Russian warplanes over the cold water of the Bering Sea. But at a cost. Shemya is remote, cold and alternately foggy and stormy. The weather, isolation and short runway all conspired to make Shemya a dangerous place for air operations, the Alaskan Department of Natural Resources noted. The weather was clear for the F-16's recent visit to Shemya. The fighters safely came and went. In the past, other aircraft and their crews weren't so lucky. Between 1969 and 1981, the Air Force lost 3 RC-135 spy planes flying into or out of Eareckson. A C-5 airlifter crashed at the air station in 1983. In all, 25 airmen died in these accidents. Shemya is, for the Air Force, a very convenient little base with very inconvenient weather. But the danger from Russian missiles might, in a major war, justify the risk the rugged, remote island poses to flight ops. Better to brave the fog at Shemya than sit on the tarmac at Elmendorf or Eareckson, waiting for ballistic missiles to rain down.